But I go for it about 4 times a day. So
That's
Go,
crazy.
you go number 2 4 times a day.
yeah,
Dude, that's too much, man. You need to go to the GI doctor.
I've been doing this for 10, 20 years.
Yeah, you need to get that. You need to get that checked out.
Why? I'm fine. I'm fine.
I don't think that's healthy. You need to go get a colonoscopy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Backrow Boys podcast, the #1 podcast in the community. Go ahead and like our videos, subscribe to our channels, and go ahead and follow us on our social media pages. I am the most electrifying man, Mr. Ebby Matthew of Dallas, Texas. I'm with my Backrow Boys. I got Mr. Chris Nation, C-Mac. Got my boy Chris Matthew right here. And also right next to him, I got my boy Stan Phillips, Stan the Phillips Screwdriver, the physician of all physicians, the man himself, Stan the man. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing out there?
What's up? What's up? I thought you were America's Sweetheart or something. You're Dallas.
Yeah, what happened to that name?
I'm going back to the electrifying name. I always felt like, that's why change that? Why change him? That's not broken, right?
I don't think you can give yourself the name though. I think somebody else has to call you the most electrifying.
Someone did call me that.
Who? Me? It was me. Right?
Oh yeah, that was fucking Stan.
God damn! Why? Why did I do this? Why did I do this?
Well, man, what's up, fellas? Man, it's it's good to see y'all after 1 week later.
I know, right? Time's flying by, yo.
We took a little hiatus, but the viewers don't know that because we're just churning out those videos.
Yeah, we're churning out. So that's all about the that's how we do it here in productions. Hey fellas, I got a quick story to tell y'all. I have been going through something pretty crazy, and so I kind of want to tell y'all this as we start this episode. So I don't know about you guys, but something happens to me when I go to sleep. Like, I start getting these images and start getting like these weird like videos that play in my head. I think people call it dreams. And so I started it's weird. Like, obviously I've been dreaming since I was born. I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know what it is. Lately, my dreams have been so clear. It's really unbelievable. Like, so I have this bad habit that I talk a lot in my sleep, and people who are viewers or who are very close to me, these people who have been my college roommates or family members of mine, or just people that know me, they know that I sleep talk a lot. But lately it's been weird. Like, I've been really interactive, like in my talking, in my dreams. So for example, like I had a dream the other night where like I was literally at the mall and I was trying to buy like t-shirts and random things. Then all of a sudden, like Arnold Schwarzenegger walks into my dream or walks into the store or something like that. And, usually like people know him for his accent and whatnot, right? But he was speaking clear English. And I was like, oh, dude, what happened to your accent? And he goes, I never have an accent. People just make fun of me. I was like, oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. And then like he starts going, yeah, people make fun of me all the time. I'm like, oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, all of a sudden, me and him go into some random restaurant, like that's like the next scene. We start talking about his feelings or whatever. I'm like, what's happening in here? And then I wake up and I literally talked to Roshni. Like, apparently the next day, Roshni was like, dude, who's Arnold? I'm like,
who's Arnold?
Dang.
I was like, what do you mean? Because all night you were randomly just say, hey Arnold, what's going on? And like you told me at one point where apparently I told her that Arnold, it's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine. And then apparently she freaked out because like, who's this Arnold guy? So that was one of the things. It was like, it's so crazy to having those dreams, and even like random things like I'll say to her in the middle of the night where she's like, what are you talking about? So that's been something weird that's been happening to me. Been having some weird dreams. Just that's one of the examples, and I have many more of those, but I don't want to bore you guys. You guys experience that stuff or no?
Man, I have some weird dreams too, but Amy's like the same way as you. She like talks in her sleep, but hers is funny because she actually like, it takes her a second to like wake up. So I'll always kind of like just go along with it. So she'll be like asking me something, and then I'll just kind of answer the way she expects it. And then like 2 minutes later, she'll wake up and she's like, what the fuck? Like, what just happened? But dude, it's crazy how real dreams feel. Like when you wake up, you're like, oh shit.
Dude, it's
have you ever got to that point where y'all realize y'all are in a dream, but you haven't woke up yet? Like, I feel like that's the best feeling because you can do whatever you want. Like, once I realized like I'm in a dream, I was like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right. And then like I'll start flying. I was like, I feel like a superhero. Like, dude, yeah, dude, you can do whatever you want. Like,
I've never done that. Like, I've seen that like when I was a little kid. It was on like one PBS or something where they said like you can control your dreams, but I just never could. Like, I always ended up waking up, or I guess maybe I don't have that power.
Yeah, I think it's called like vivid dreams, if I'm not mistaken. So there's like ways to, and I think I was watching YouTube videos a long time ago. There's like ways you can make yourself do that, like get this X amount of sleep. And do y'all know much about like the REM cycles and like how long you're supposed to sleep, things like that, and like the different stages of sleep?
A little bit, a little bit.
So I think when we dream, it's during the REM stage, which means rapid eye movement. So like if you ever look at somebody while they're in that stage of sleep, and if you like open up their eyes are like moving like back and forth like crazy, and that's is your mind's just so stimulated. But that's like the most like deepest form of sleep. So realistically, I think to have very good sleep, you have to have like 2 like full REM cycles. And that's why if you've ever seen those like sleep calculators, they say, hey, you need to go, if you go to bed at this time, you should wake up at this time to get those full kind of cycles in. So science will stand. Back at it.
Hashtag.
Somehow, some way. Dude, there was one dream that I had where it felt so real. Like it's such a stupid dream. Like I have so many dumb dreams that I don't want to ever share them. But this one was like Amy was on Amazon or something in real life, and then in my dream we were talking, and she was like, "Hey, babe, like I bought this like $40,000 cream or something, right?" And I was like, okay. And then she's like, can I just put on the credit card? Is that okay? And I was like, we're gonna go on credit card debt. Like, what do you mean? And I woke up and I was like anxious and like sweating and stuff because I thought like, oh my God, she like spent $40,000. So I wake up and I was like, hey, like, did you buy any cream? And then she's like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I had a dream that she spent $40,000. So it's just like, man, I get like those dreams get me, man.
Dude, those are the scariest ones because like I think I had a similar dream where it's like I got into a car accident and then I woke up freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, where's my car? Like I got in a car accident and I literally woke up because I was paranoid. I went to our garage and I opened it. I'm like, okay, the car is okay. So what did I experience? Oh my God, I had a dream. Why am I in the garage in the middle of the night? Like I'm like freaking out the entire time. And then sometimes
was this in your dream or were you actually in the garage?
I was in the garage because I was freaking out so much. Like I was at a point where I couldn't go back to sleep. I was so paranoid. And like I had to confirm. And so I literally like went to the garage, checked, and then I went back to bed. And that's like it's like then you're trying to get yourself back into that sleep mode. It's I'm telling you, man, dreams are freaky, dude. Like
I remember there's one time where I was in a dream. I was in a school, like it was a normal school day, and then out of nowhere the school starts sinking like into water. I was like, what is going on? And the only thing I could think of is, hey, I need to save all the backpacks. So I had like 10 backpacks on me and I started like swimming. And it's one of those things where like the water's slowly rising and I'm almost getting to the top. And as soon as I break, like I'm like my last gasp of breath. As soon as I break through, I like get up like in real life. And I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? I don't know, have you ever like woken up from a dream? Mm-hmm. And it was like my heart was racing, the same thing as y'all. So it's pretty how dreams can do that to you.
Dude, it's wild.
That's funny you were saving backpacks. What a nerd.
Hey man, you know those textbooks aren't cheap, man. Y'all in college, like $500-$600, and then when you try to resell them, if you get like $10-$15 for them,
yeah, you get $2 back.
Gosh, man, dude, that's the worst.
That was the worst.
Oh, man, dude, thank you. I mean, like the thing is, like that's what it is. Like these dreams are wild, man. So thanks for experiencing. Thanks for letting me, feel vulnerable for just 1 second, and let's talk dreams.
Wait, have y'all ever had dreams where like you would dream something and like something in real life would like be kind of close to that? Like, has that ever happened to y'all? Like a deja vu kind of shit?
Dude, I get deja vu like left and right. It's unbelievable. Like there's one time we were in New York, maybe like now 2 months ago, and I swear to you, I was sitting down with Roshni and her cousins, and I remember like I was like, this was like I've done this before. Not like in the like, oh, we've had dinners before or whatever, but like literally I know exactly this person was sitting here, that person was sitting there, and I knew what the next person was about to say. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what I've heard deja vu is like two nerves hitting each other and it hits a spark in your mind or something like that. But then I've heard like from your, I don't know, whatever. I don't want to say like past life or whatever, all that. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying like,
God.
I was like, oh God, this is another time.
Here we go.
Not saying that, guys.
Yeah, I haven't had one. I feel like I have had, but I can't think of one. But Stan, have you had any of those kinds? Or
I'm trying to think. I know I've had deja vu episodes, but it's just like nothing off the top of my head that I can think of right now. No, it's just freaky when you have deja vu episodes. Like you're like, I literally did this like the other day. Like, why does it seem so familiar? So I'm sure there's something like deep, and it's crazy like what your mind knows. Like you'll remember something from like 10, 15 years ago, and it's like in the back of your mind in like a random file cabinet back there. And then
Yeah.
out of nowhere, when you're sitting at nighttime, that's when they decide to pull it out. It's like, hey, remember this mistake you made like 20 years ago? Well, it's gonna keep you up for the rest of the night.
Not again. Dude,
Not
the
again.
worst, the funniest is like, or not the funniest, but the craziest is like the people that are in your dreams. You know, it's like random people you probably met like a while ago. Like I'll see people like from like second grade that I'll randomly remember, or like someone I met in college, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I haven't talked to this guy or girl in like so long, you know, and like they just pop up in my dream. Like dreams are wild, dude.
Man, I had a dream that I was at like a coffee shop and I was just trying to like just like meet up with some friends, but then the coffee shop turned into like random like parade or concert or something. And I'm telling you, man, my dreams doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know what's wrong. So,
I was gonna ask y'all, deaf people, like what language do you think they dream in? Like, do you think they, because they can't hear anything, right? So do they dream in English? Like, do they dream in like, do they dream in sign language? Like, have y'all thought about that? It's an interesting,
that's crazy. I didn't.
stimulating question, right? I guess when y'all dream in English, right?
Yeah, but then I guess to ask the next part of that question, what is blind people? Do they not see anything at all then in their dreams?
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
this
guess.
is so sad.
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, oh, you know what? Hey, why don't we ask the viewers?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
viewers of the BRB, leave a comment and what do y'all think? Deaf people, do you think they, hear in their dreams, or and with blind people, do you think they see in their dreams? Like, holy moly, this guy.
I don't think deaf people hear in their dreams because they can't hear in real life, right?
I don't know. I'm not deaf.
I don't know.
That's an
I mean-
interesting question.
Because I feel like, isn't there others? That still doesn't make sense. Because I feel like there's got to be a way that they hear, but I don't know how it makes sense that they can.
Yeah, I would think the same thing for like blind people. Like, I mean, I would think since
Yeah.
our eyes are closed when we're dreaming, right? So their eyes.
But
are
we've seen things, but like they don't like they've never seen anything, right? I guess this is another question. Like, I guess do y'all know anybody that's blind? Is like a real question. Like,
I know one person that's partially, yeah.
are you good friends with them or not really?
Yeah, I'm pretty cool. Yeah. Like
So I
some-
would ask, it's like when they, I guess they don't see, but like when you're talking to him, like I don't know how to ask the question. Like, what do they see? Like they're like, nothing, you dumbass, or like, they're like, I see like a black veil, or do they even know it's black? Right? They can't see color. Like my mind is like blown right now. Like I have no idea what's going on. Like,
Well, the crazy thing is like I was watching She-Hulk the other day, and Daredevil was on the show, and Daredevil was saying how like, I mean,
you
this
hear
is
the heartbeats.
yeah, the heartbeat. I don't know if that's a real thing, but he said he can hear people's heartbeats and like how they feel and stuff. I'm obviously, I don't really know. Like, have you heard that? I'm asking you Stan because he's the science Stan or Stan of science.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure like I've heard once you lose one of your senses, like the other ones are so much stronger. Like, especially like I know people that like when they got COVID, they lost their smell and taste, but then they're just like, oh, I could hear a little bit better. I was like, I think that's bullshit. But I've heard that like once you lose one of your senses, like the other ones like kind of make up for that lost sense you have.
What if you lose all your senses?
Is that possible? Is there anyone that has it?
I don't know.
You know what Helen Keller is?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
But I think she can still touch. I don't know.
That's how she communicated, through like touch and stuff. Like,
This is too deep. This is too deep. I don't like this conversation no more.
We have no answers.
All right, viewers, let us know what y'all think about some of these questions. If we're
Yeah,
really
if you don't know
off,
the answer to this.
yeah, if we're really off, let us know.
But I know you mentioned the coffee shop, Evie. So are you a big coffee drinker?
Dude, I'm like a huge coffee drinker. I have at least 1 cup a day, but I try not to go more than like 2 is my max because I don't want to go too crazy with coffee. But dude, it's a love I've had since I left college. I never drank it in high school or college. I just heard some bad rumors about coffee, so I was like, I'm gonna stay away from it. But when I started working, I saw everybody that I was working with drinking coffee. I'm like, so great about this thing, right? But obviously, us growing up in the Indian community, we always had chaya. But I never really got into chaya like that growing up. My parents even never let me even drink chaya for some reason. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Honestly, chaya though was like 60% milk and probably like 70%
Yeah.
milk and like 20% like actual caffeine.
That's so
Like,
true.
it's not really caffeine.
And remember, 50% sugar. So
The
I know
best
the
combo.
No wonder everyone had diabetes, right?
exactly.
Right.
But and to all the American viewers that are watching, well, I guess everyone here is American, but like it's not chai tea like they say at a Starbucks. It's just chaya. Okay, it's the same thing.
Are you mentioning that because of the Hassan Minaj?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny from that stand up.
Yeah,
It's TT, you dum dum.
you dumb dumb.
And then remember he said non bread.
Oh my god, yeah, no, it is bread idiots.
That's funny.
Well,
No,
Chris,
dude,
are you into coffee and all that?
dude, I love coffee. It I feel like coffee is just like my treat in the morning, you know, like that's like I wake up like before I log in, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get some coffee, you know. But I would say like I had my phases, like when I was in college and stuff, like I had the fake ass shit, so I had Starbucks. So to the viewers that love Starbucks, like Starbucks does have some decent stuff, but most of the things are just so like loaded with sugar and just so sweet, and like it's not even really like caffeine anymore. But I feel like over time, like I guess I matured as a man and as a person, that I started getting like, you know, the drips, and then started putting, you know, just a little bit of creamer just to be, you know, a little bougie, a little fancy. And I mean, now like what we do is we have an espresso, and then we'll put just put some little creamer in there sometimes, and that shit is good, bro.
Oh
So,
snap!
so I like it. But I'm assuming Stan's a coffee drinker.
No, I love coffee. So actually, growing up, just like Abby was saying, my parents always told me that, hey, don't drink coffee; it's going to stunt your growth. So I didn't drink coffee, and didn't help at all because I'm still short as hell, right? So, um, well, but then when I got into college, I got really addicted. So I guess I would drink probably a cup a day, and I used to start out with kind of like what Chris was talking about, like all these sugary drinks, things like that. And now, if you haven't noticed by my attire, it's all black, and that's how I like my coffee too, like pure black. Like I drink it kind of first thing in the morning. I'll drink out of my Keurig that I have. Sometimes when I go to work, I'll get. Even today, I went to work and I got just a grande iced coffee, black. Like sometimes if I'm feeling a little fancy, like Chris is saying, I'll get a little bit of 2% milk, a little bit of oat milk in there. But usually it's just black, and I just do it purely for the caffeine. I actually have, even though we're not talking about coffee, I have caffeine pills that I'll sometimes take when I don't want to drink coffee. Because I think we were talking about it before. I drink a lot of coffee, so my teeth are a little yellow, right? So I think somebody was saying drink it through the straw, but nobody drinks hot coffee through a straw unless you're Ebby, right? No, but no, I love coffee. So I feel like, and I think in January, I went a month without drinking coffee.
Oh wow!
And it was so hard. Like I remember the first week, I got those withdrawal headaches. And then eventually your body gets used to it. But then when I reflected back after the month, I realized that I was not as productive as when I was drinking coffee. So like, I think coffee, it made me appreciate coffee a little bit more, but at the same time, showed me how much like addiction that I had to it as well. Because I've had episodes where I would have headaches and I would drink coffee, and then immediately like my headache would go away. So it's kind of scary because I mean it's the most widely used drug in the world.
You know, the great thing is for me, so I'm like in the middle of both of y'all. Like I'm very simple in my coffee too. I don't like any sugar in my coffee. I do like, the black coffee. I put a little sugar-free creamer, but it has to be hazelnut. I don't do French vanilla. I don't do caramel. I don't do the pumpkin spice and all that crap. Like I just keep it very simple, and that's all I like in my coffee. And if there's no creamer or anything, I just do it black. I'm totally fine with that. So this is my thing about coffee. I think it's one of the greatest, this is one of the worst, like stupidest expenses ever, coffee. Because I'm not a fan of buying coffee at a Starbucks or, whatever other coffee shops are out there. I like to make my own coffee at the house through my machine. Not like I'm not brewing it in the backyard and, hot water and stuff like that. I like to make my coffee at the house. Because I feel like when you go to Starbucks, dude, like, man, you can go crazy with like adding one pump here, two pumps there, and get like what is it, banana bread and then a cookie and this. And I know it's 5 a.m, but they just attract you with all the things on their drive-through menu. And so you're already, walking out, you're spending $35. I was like, what the hell? I haven't even started. The day hasn't even started. I'm spending this money. So my thing is, I don't like going to Starbucks. I don't like buying coffee unless I have to. Like if I'm at an airport or if I'm traveling somewhere, like, and I was like, you know what, I'm not near my machine, might as well buy it. So that's my take on it. I don't know how y'all feel about it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't love it, but pods that we're buying or the beans, whatever it is, it's like so cheap. Like it's like less than like $1 or two, for one drink a day, right? But then if you go to fucking Starbucks, like man, they milking the shit out of it. And it's like like, you know, if you're going really for the caffeine hit, like you're probably not going to get that just from Starbucks because it's so much sugar and stuff. But I'm not gonna. I do like my little hole in the wall spots. Like I feel like those are pretty solid because they do like good, like in a good quality coffee, like coffee beans and stuff, and like the way that they make it is just so pretty and all that, you know. So I feel like those I don't mind, you know, splurging a little bit. But Starbucks, like, ugh, I cringe when I have to go there. But you know, I get it. People have their tastes and stuff. So
Hey man, Starbucks not that bad. I like Starbucks. I'm a freaking flyer at Starbucks. But I don't get like the sugary stuff. And of course I know like, I think all of us can agree, like getting coffee from outside, of course, it's, there's overpriced. Right. So I
mhm.
think we can kind of all agree to, so yeah, way cheaper to kind of make it at home. But I just feel like, even my Keurig, the coffee or caffeine hit that I get from it versus when I go to Starbucks, I just feel like their coffee is a little bit better and stronger. Like sometimes I'll even get like double espresso shot. And I feel like if I made the same thing here, it just doesn't hit as hard. So I don't know if that's more of a psychological thing or not. I like my Starbucks experiences. And again, I always tell people, some people say, hey, it's don't get a cut by what is it, like death by 1,000 cuts, right? So instead of going for the neck, like the big guillotine, what kind of Starbucks or like these small purchases that you can make over and over and over again are these small cuts that you can do over and over and over. I kind of changed that mindset. I was like, I'd rather have that than focus on these big things that can kind of destroy you, right? So if we did it in finances, right? So if we think these small Starbucks purchases can add up, but so can buying, let's say, a $80,000 car, right? So if it's between like just these two extremes, right? So because people are always saying, hey, you can save so much money by doing things, but at the same time, if you didn't buy these big, it's like that 80-20 rule. I don't know if you've ever heard of that or not.
I've
But I
heard
love
about
my
that.
coffee.
Makes
Love my
sense.
coffee.
Makes sense, the two extremes and stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's one Starbucks drink. It's like a pistachio latte or something, and that shit's good. So I'm a fan of that. But
I mean, I used to get like the mocha drink at like Starbucks, and that used to be like my favorite drink besides just the black coffee and a little bit creamer. Like, but then when I found out like how much calories that thing had and how much sugar it had, I'm like, wait a minute, a regular grande black coffee is like 10 calories, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Getting the mocha thing and has like 16,000. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, what am I what am I doing to myself? So I stopped doing that. I haven't had a mocha drink in a long time. I might get it on my birthdays or whatever, but even that is like a far-fetched thing. But Stan, I wanted to go back. So you said you add 2 espresso shots sometimes in your coffee, or is it a separate thing?
So sometimes, so when I was in PA school, what I would do before every test is I would get double espresso shot, just like the shot itself, and take the shot, and then like probably 10 minutes before my test, and then when I start taking my test, probably like 10 minutes into it, it'll kick in, and then it'll like get me super focused. So again, because I've never taken like Adderall or Vyvanse or any of those stimulants, so I think that was my version of the stimulant to kind of keep me focused. I've had times where like I'll get a grande that already has like 2 shots, and I'll be like, hey, give me 2 more shots. And I feel like I'm just so like tolerant to caffeine at this point. Like it doesn't really affect me. My mom's the same way. My mom will, drink caffeine and she can go to sleep. Like it won't keep her up or anything like that. So I think sometimes we just do it out of habit or do it for the taste.
The taste is the best part. I'm just like you, Chris.
Mhm.
I'm like one of the first things in the morning. I love my coffee. Love it.
Mm.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is TMI. Never mind.
No, do it. Oh,
Now tell us.
I think
Is
The
the
other
poops?
part of it, the other part I love about it is just you just go straight to the toilet and it's just the best poops ever.
it's a what is it called? A stimulant? Or no, it's not stimulant. It's a
Diuretic.
diuretic.
Laxative? No.
Laxative, yeah. So it'll
Yeah.
kind of make you go. Actually, I was gonna bring this up, so I'm glad you actually brought this up. So I was gonna say, what's a normal amount of times to go to the bathroom? Like poop, like number 2, like just one time a day, 2 times a day, like every other day, like.
No. Dude, people who are going every other day are psychopaths, in my opinion. Like, you have to go at least once a day. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I do at least once a day. But
I think mine's also once a day, but mine's not in the morning. Mine's like I can hold it until I get home from work, and then when I get home, then I use the bathroom.
hey, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a good schedule.
But I
Yeah, I feel
actually
like yours probably
I go pee
wild.
a lot because of this. Like this, I go to the
Yeah,
bathroom so often.
I pee like once an hour probably.
Yeah, I'm paying. Like, I've been drinking so much more. Like, I think we mentioned this a few times where I'm drinking so much more water now. It's like every 5 minutes, I'm like, I'll be right back. Or I'll be right back. My scheduling of the restroom, I go first thing in the morning at 5 a.m. when I wake up. Then I go again after the gym at I think maybe like 7:30 in the morning. and then I'll go again after breakfast, which is like probably 9:30, and then that's the top 3 before noon, and then I'll probably go one more time like 4 p.m. So, but I go for about 4 times a day. So
That's
Go,
crazy.
you go number 2 4 times a day.
yeah,
Dude, that's too much, man. You need to go to the GI doctor.
I've been doing this for 10, 20 years. What do you
Yeah,
think?
you need to get that. You need to get that checked out.
Why? I'm fine. I'm fine.
I don't think that's healthy. You need to go get a colonoscopy, like making sure everything.
Well,
Damn,
that
4
looks legit.
times.
wait,
And
honestly, is that really bad? I feel fine. I feel fine.
I don't think you're supposed to go.
That's what they all say.
There's a consistency scale. So is it like what's your stool like? Is it like pretty like soft? Is it on the harder side? Like
It's
you need to know. You need to
in the
go
middle.
checked out. You need to go get it checked out, man.
Oh
Dang,
God,
live diagnosis on the Backrow
Live
Boys live.
diagnosis.
the camera.
Science would stand. And now
Go
we'll
get a
go to
stool
our
right now. Just kidding.
we'll go to our colonoscopy view for the viewers that are watching.
It's like warning for all the viewers. What we're about to see right now is going to be graphic.
Very graphic.
Oh man, well that was
I
fun.
remember when I was actually doing. So sometimes I'll go like vegetarian. So when I was going like vegetarian and stuff, I did use the bathroom a lot more. But I realized like I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this when y'all go to like a steakhouse or eat a lot of meat. Don't y'all feel like it constipates y'all a little bit? You feel like y'all can go easily?
I can see that.
Abby is like a little outlier. So Chris, let me ask you this: what do
I
you
don't think
feel about
Abby's
this?
body knows what constipation is. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that bunch of steak. Another thing that really gets me constipated is Indian food. Like Indian food gets me like all gassy and constipated. Like, so I don't like that much.
I mean, I don't think I have a food that gets me constipated. I think like everything just
Nothing gets you constipated.
Yeah,
You already know
Yeah,
this.
4 times.
everything just enters my body and then leaves right afterwards. Like, it's like, oh, gotta go.
Like, fuck this shit.
Oh,
It's like a
man.
roller coaster for me. It's like,
Well, definitely, yeah. Coffee gets you going. You know that. So in multiple
Good old
ways.
coffee.
In multiple ways. Good old coffee.
No, but I think the nice thing with coffee too is like, a lot of people go together to a coffee shop and you can like chill there and stuff. But the nice coffee shops, you know what they have a lot of?
What?
They got some board games. They got some
Oh.
good
Oh
ones.
yeah.
They got some bad board games too. But I figured we just throw it to y'all and see. I don't know if we've done a draft before, but maybe we should try it out for the Backrow Boys and see what the fans think. But
What do you mean? What kind of draft?
let's do a draft of just like board games. It can be like games in general that you can do with the
Oh.
group. So I don't want to throw out any examples because you guys might steal mine, but we'll do like a draft. So like do each person gets 3 choices. So Ebby gets 3. Should we do like a snake style where it goes Ebby, me, Stan, and then Stan, me, Ebby? Like
Yeah,
that,
I'm down
kind
for
of like
that.
fantasy
we can do
football. Cool. So we'll do like each person gets 3 total, and then we'll throw it up on social media, see what the fans think.
Wait, who gets the first round pick? Is it me?
Guess so.
Wait, I have a question. So should we make it 2-player board games, or should it be group games? Because I feel like there are 2 separate categories.
Dude, let's do group games because
Group games? Okay.
yeah, I think so. 2-player. Yeah, let's do group games.
Okay.
How should we do this? I don't know if just giving it to Abby is very fair.
Should we do a paper, scissors, rock real quick?
Sure, let's do that. Okay.
All right. Paper,
Rock.
scissors,
Are
rock.
we doing rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll do that your way. You call it. You call
Shoot. Shoot. Okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
it. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rock,
we all.
paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
I think
Okay. So,
me and Abby.
so I'm
you're-
last.
You're third. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Abby. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Dang it.
Nice.
Okay,
Okay.
second.
Chris is first.
I go first. Fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna pick first. Ooh, so many choices. All right, I think I'm gonna start it off with an old game, pretty classic, has a lot of different things in it. Actually, I don't know if this is a great first pick, but this is the first one that comes to mind, so I'm gonna draft it. So I'm gonna go with Monopoly. So I'm not doing the Monopoly deal. I'm just doing regular Monopoly, and I think it's fun. Like we don't use the actual cash. When I played it with my friends, we use our phone as like a bank, so we'll just use the calculator and add it all up. But I don't know. I think Monopoly is a fun game. I mean, you have to have like a couple of hours, so that's kind of the drawback to it. But I'm gonna go with Monopoly first overall. Michael Jordan.
Honestly, I love that game. Monopoly is like fun. Like it's a good kids game and adult game where you just fun strategy. You can kind of co-opt each other. You can kind of do deals on the side. pretty fun.
Deals on the side. That's true.
I'm gonna assume. Oh wait, I mean, I know Monopoly, Monopoly Deal are two different things, but I don't want to say that one. But I love Monopoly Deal. So viewers out there, if you haven't played, play Monopoly Deal. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna say this game, and I'm sure a lot of people have played it. Maybe they haven't played it, but obviously, Mafia is one of the top group games of all time.
Okay, that's a good one.
And I say this Mafia regular style. What I mean by that Mafia regular style is everyone, a group of, let's just say, you and your friends, 5 to 10 people, right? You're sitting in your living room. You have one narrator, and then you have a police officer, a doctor, and then 2 or 3 mafias, right? And so this way, the traditional way is you're just sitting around together and you close your eyes, go to sleep, and then you wake up, or during the sleep time is when people are getting killed. You wake up and you find out and you try to accuse people. But my favorite version of this game is Live Mafia. Y'all know that?
Yeah. It's so much fun.
Dude, Live Mafia is fun.
Live Mafia is like next level of like a game. Like it's, obviously you still go to sleep, but it's more of like you're walking around in a dark room. You're more interactive with each other. It's like people, in my opinion, people don't get bored of this one. But dude, this game is one of those games where it just takes a different toll. People start arguing with each other. People start teaming up with each other. Then they find out their teammate is actually mafia and they didn't even know about it. And like, it's pretty wild.
Crazy. That's a good second pick.
All right. So speaking of games we can play in the dark with friends, I gotta go with the good old classic Twister. I'm just kidding. That's not what I'm going.
I was like, what a bust pick.
And, I'm gonna go with a classic. We're all adults here, so I don't think we need to pick any kid-friendly games here. I'm gonna go with one of the classic board games that gets everyone laughing and going. Cards Against Humanity. So, it's a nice fill in the blank game. Everyone, there's one kind of random topic with fill in the blank questions. Usually they're kind of adult themed, and one person puts down the fill in the blank ones, and then the other players kind of put in an answer, and the person who had the fill in the blank gets to pick whoever had the best answer. So it kind of makes you. I guess the point of the game is to make everyone else laugh and pick your answer without knowing. So you got to have, it's kind of like a psychological game if you kind of think about that too. So that's going to be my first choice. What do y'all think about that?
It's pretty good, actually. I like that.
Pretty good. It's like apples to apples.
Yeah, it's an adult version of apples to apples, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then my second game, I don't know if y'all have ever played it or not, but I think it's a pretty fun, board game. Again, it take a little bit of time. It's sometimes mentally taxing though, so it's not one of those things where you can really like fuck around on. You really have to kind of think about it. It's Settlers of Catan, or I think they rebranded it. It's just called Catan now.
Oh yeah,
I love playing it. I'm not very good at it, but because my friends are a lot smarter than I am, so. But it's one of those things where there's so much strategy behind it, and I like games where it's not just luck and chance, where there's actually there's ways you can kind of win based on how you strategize and things like that. So, have y'all ever played Catan or no?
I've heard of it. I've never got to play it.
Yeah, it looks too complicated, so I've never done it.
Maybe one day we can have like a board night. I think we can find like Catan online and we can all play it or something like that. Or like a random one of these card games we can play online.
I'm sure we can. That'd be fun. Monopoly you can play online for sure.
Oh, can you?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my God, can you do anything online now?
Monopoly would be like a 3-hour episode.
Oh God, what happened?
We're all bankrupt.
Oh, yeah, somehow. Well, that's a good one, Stan. So for me, this is kind of a tough one, but I wanted to ask you this before I announce the game. But do you guys think poker is a good group game?
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That is? Okay. So I'm going to pick poker. I think poker is one of the greatest strategy games out there. Like besides obviously Live Mafia, what is it? Yeah, Live Mafia, Monopoly, and all that good stuff. Poker is one of those games that you can trick your opponents. You can lie and win, and you can win and lie, whatever you want to call it. But it's unbelievable. Like I'm really good at poker, and you guys both experienced it. Because I think I've taken both y'all's monies before. But yeah, that's like one of those games that it's just fun to have around, especially with a bunch of guys too. Like, not saying that women can't play poker.
Whoa.
Not saying that. Let's not get too crazy now. I'm just saying it's a fun time I've always had a good time with our guys who play poker. Just have a good time with them and stuff like that. So it's fun. That's in my opinion.
Dang, I feel like that should have been your first pick.
I only thought about it just now for some reason.
That's good. I mean, that's a what's a very good value value pick like in the second round. So
I'm all about great value. So
Have you went to Vegas? Did you play poker or did you gamble at all?
no, dude, I gambled. I did a roulette and I did a little bit of blackjack, but mainly it was a lot of roulette.
Do you ever win that money back you lost, or we don't
God,
talk about that?
no, I went. That dies with us. Whatever happens in Vegas, staying.
Even your money.
I'm never gonna put that money. Like literally, dude. Even from the first round or first game that I played, it was like, okay, I'm gonna lose so much money this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My second pick, I'm gonna go with this one's kind of a newer game. I mean, it's probably been out for a few years now, but it's Code Names. So I don't know if you guys have played
Dang
Code
it.
Names.
Oh, that was gonna be my
pick. Code Names, I feel like it's like a good mix of like there's like a team aspect of it, there's strategy, it's not very, I mean, I guess it could be lucky if you get like a really easy board, I guess maybe, but I think it's just a lot of fun. I think it's fun to see how people think, and I don't know, it's a team aspect, so that's always cool too. And then for the final pick of my draft, I'm gonna take Fishbowl. So
Let's go.
Fishbowl is another one that I love doing that with like my friends, like when we're hanging out, because it's like one, like you're in teams again, so anything that's competitive is always something I'm always down for. This one, so it's like, if you have like a group of people, you can do like 4-on-4, 3-on-3, whatever it may be, and it's like I think we've done it 4 different rounds, so you'll do like charades. What is the other options? You do like one word, and then you like sound. You can do like actions, or is that charades? I don't know. But basically, there's like 4 different rounds. Each person in the group puts like 3 different or 4 different things in the fishbowl, and then you just have to guess it. And if your team guesses it, whichever team has the most wins. And so it's fun, and it's cool because as the game goes on, you kind of start memorizing the words, so you can kind of like just start guessing it and stuff. So yeah, gotta end the game with the fishbowl.
Dang, that's a good one. And I like that fishbowl has like 3 rounds within itself. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
the first one's like charades, and then it's like acting it. No, it's the first one's like you can say anything but the word, right? And then the second one's charades, and then the last round's like you just say one word, right?
Yeah. And with my college friends, we would do we do a 4th round, and it would be sounds. And that one was pretty funny because it's like some things you just can't do any sounds, right? So that's where it comes in handy if you remember the words. Like you could just start saying it and stuff. So
have you ever done one of the rounds of it just being Malayalam? You have to say it in Malayalam.
Oh no, I've never done that. That'd be a fun one.
That one's fun, and it's kind of super hard too. Like it's funny for people that don't speak Malayalam that much. It's fun to hear them say it too. Cool, that was a good one. For me, I think I'm gonna, with my final pick, I'm down to 2, so I'm trying to figure it out, but I think I'm just gonna go with this one. This is a classic kids game. We've all played it. We still play it, and we always will play it. It's the one and only Uno.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When's the last time you played Uno?
At Chris's house, like maybe a month ago or in June.
Yeah.
Oh no, August.
I guess now that was a while ago, but it was August, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Crap. What month is it? Yeah, no, we played that with our family, our cousins one night, and like, man, that game can get intense. Like, because it is like when you're around a group of competitive people, it doesn't matter if it's your cousins, if your family, your friends, your coworkers, dude. Like, and I love competitive people because I'm very competitive too, as you guys see me juke y'all guys on the basketball court. I know you going so fast right now. Anyways, and guys, for the viewers out there, that wasn't any special effects. That's me going that fast. Anyways, but
they know.
Uno was one of those. It's not a team game, obviously, but it's a good game. Like, okay, we gotta I only have 1 card left. How do I strategize this? Even just coming back when you do call Uno and you come back, and if it happens to be your red or yellow or blue or green, like, man, that takes some skill, honestly, and a lot of people can't do it. And I'm one of the few people that can definitely do it.
Cocky.
Sorry.
All right, so my last one, I don't know if it's gonna be cheating or not, but it's not just one game. I'm sure we've all played these games before, but it's the Jackbox Party Pack. Have you all played the Jackbox games where you can use your phone and you kind of like put in a code, and you're like, it doesn't matter how many people are there, but you can play with like 6-7 people, and there's a bunch of like random games, and it's
That's
like
a good one.
It's kind of like Mario Party, where it's just like a bunch of random mini games that you play, and there's different rounds. So, but it's all you need is a phone, pretty much, and then somebody that has the game, and then so many people can kind of play it. And then you can put you can do drawings on there, and you have to like pick who is the best drawing, or there's like word ones. So there's such a variety of games on there that I feel like it's endless for the most part. That's kind of my last one. You never played it, Abby? No, Jackbox Party Pack games?
Jackbox Party Pack?
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
multiple games, but there's so many different ones.
One that I like in there is where it's like it'll ask you like each person like three questions, but it might be like me and Abby might have the same question for one, and me and Stan might have the same question for another, but we don't know that, right? So you get answer the question, and then it puts the question up, and then the two answers, and we don't know who it is. So like the group has to vote, like, oh, which answer was the best one, kind of thing. So that one's pretty fun. But it has a lot of different games in it.
I've never heard this one, never played it. Definitely want to get into it. So this is interesting. I'm in a gaming mood right now.
We need to have a game night. I'm telling you guys, we should do a
No,
Backrow
we should
Boys
do a
game
game
night.
night. Yeah, let's do it.
That'd be fun. That'd be a lot
Dang.
of
Yeah, I wonder what I guess we'll see who the viewers think won this out of our draft. I feel like we all had a pretty good draft there.
We definitely did. Do we have any honorable mentions?
Tag, the classic game. No.
Tag.
I'm gonna say Scrabble.
Scrabble, that was yours. I didn't have an honorable mention. Uno was a good one. That was, I guess, another one I was thinking of. Maybe Candyland.
I was thinking about Candyland too.
I don't even know what it is anymore, but I feel like it was fun when we were growing up.
We're growing up for sure, yeah. This is another one I was just thinking about. Oh, have y'all played Piccolo? It's more of like a drinking game, but
Oh yeah, you like that game.
I love a good question game.
Is it Heads Up 7-Up or the Heads Up game the one where you have to like guess the?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one's
that
fun
one's-
too. I forgot about that. So,
Yeah,
man, I feel like there's a lot of more drinking games we could have thought of if we just did like a drinking games category.
Flip Cup, or no, actually, yeah, Flip Cup.
Flip Cup, beer pong.
Yeah, beer
Beer
pong,
pong.
King's Cup, quarters. Man, we're
King's
going
Cup.
fast on this one.
We're alcoholics.
King's Cup.
we had no hesitation on those.
That's true. That's true. Man, this has been fun, fellas. Oh man, I like this kind of stuff. I like to hear, and I want to hear from the viewers too. Like, is there some games that we may have forgotten or some good games? We'd love to hear from you guys. So hey guys, to the viewers out there and to my Backrow Boys, this is a time that we all are familiar with, and if you don't know, you're about to know, because this is the time of free shout out.
Free shout outs.
We'll time about it next time. But anyways, this is the time for all the viewers who have not experienced this or have not stayed this long through the episode. This is pretty much a time where myself, Chris, and Stan do free shout outs. It's not paid. It's not, we're not, getting paid on the side, no endorsement deals, nothing like that. It's just something from the kindness of our hearts that we want to give a free shout out to this object, this person, place, or thing, or even food or whatever it may be. We just want to do a free shout out, and this is the time to do it. So I'm going to give it to my first Backrow Boy.
All right, so I got one. So y'all know when we have those hot days, it's the hot summer days, you want to get a nice cool drink, whether it's an alcoholic beverage, your favorite soda, you want to get it out, it's cool, it's crisp. But when you put it on the table, what's going to happen? That condensation happens, and it's going to leave that mark on the table, right? It's going to leave that little ring, and we're going to be like, hey, we need something to clean it. Otherwise, we're going to wipe it out or protect the table. So what do we have here? Or what is my first free shout out? It's to the koozies. And
that's a nice one.
So yeah, one of my friends got this for me from PA school. It's a Captain America koozie that I've had. It's really nice to just have it next to me. I'll have like a little coffee, or like if I want my water bottle there, I'll put it on there, and it'll protect my desk so I don't have to scrub it and I won't leave that little ring. So shout out to koozies.
Well, it's actually not. It's a coaster.
Hey, shut the hell up, man. That's what I meant. I meant a coaster.
Right. Hey,
koozie.
Hey, Stan, I can do this all day.
Hey, you forget I can edit this episode, so I can make it. I can make it.
You can get rid of that shit.
I'm gonna edit all this out.
Nice. All right, I got one. My free shout out is gonna go to us that live at home, or just people in general. We want to clean and we want to make sure our shit looks good. But sometimes you just get lazy. So one of the things that I get lazy with is vacuuming, just because I hate the fucking wire, and then you got to wrap that shit up, and sometimes that shit is heavy, a bunch of shits, right? But I had it for a little bit, but it just came to mind because I've been cleaning a little bit lately. I have like a cordless one, so it's like, I think it's a Shark. Man, that thing is nice. It's like lightweight, so you can you can like roll that puppy around, a little finger roll and stuff, and just like get the whole thing. And it's just so nice not having to plug it in. And I don't know, I just like it. So it's, if you don't have a cordless one, man, it changes the game, makes you excited to vacuum a little bit.
Man, I like that one, Chris. I'm a big fan of, obviously staying clean and being hygienic. And I see Stan was also keeping in the clean family. So you guys are very similar in y'all's free shout out. That's pretty cool. But I'm going to go off the rails. I'm going to go a little bit different out there. So as everyone knows, we all experienced the pandemic a couple of years ago, and some people may say that we're still in the pandemic. But what I believe, one thing we lost in the pandemic is one of my favorite things is to go to the movie theaters. I know you guys, I don't know if you guys are huge movie fans and you guys, up and down about it, but me, one of my favorite things to do in this world is to go to the movie theater. Something about it, you get lost, you lose yourself in a movie. I love going to the theaters, and I'm actually going this Thursday to watch Black Adam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So I'm super excited.
You going with him?
Huh?
You going with him?
I'm going with him. He doesn't know that,
Nice.
but he got my text, I think. But he'll show up. He'll come out sometime.
He'll be there.
But, no, yeah, I'm super excited to go to the movie theater. I've been a couple times, obviously, before this, but it's just a fun time for me because I love to the movie theater I go to is the one near my house, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's fancy or anything. It's just like a really nice setup. They have a really cool, it's like one of those food order ones where you can just set the table, you sit in your reserved chair, lift or kick your feet up. Then you get the guy to come say, "Hey, what do you want to drink? Oh, can I get a beer, or can I get some French fries and a hamburger?" And it's like kind of like a fun little get away from the world, escape from your problems, just throw yourself into a movie and just pretend you're that person or whatever. So for me, on Thursday, I'm going to pretend I'm, Black Adam. So, and strange thing I think about, I'm Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson every other day, but it doesn't matter. So that's
a good one.
Out, so
dude, movie theaters that have food in it, man, that's next level. Like us, and like the reclining seats too. Boy.
Dude,
the reclining seats is the game changer. So you're just like relaxing in there. So
Mm-hmm.
So that you have to sit upright and just uncomfortable while you're doing this. But maybe it's a bougie thing now. Maybe we're living life.
No, but what movie theater has like those what is
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the movie theater that you just walk in and sit down anywhere. Like, remember we used to fight to get like a seat. Now it's like you could just walk into your own seat because you reserved it. Like
reserve it, yeah.
I love it, man. It's just hassle-free.
Yeah, makes it easy.
Well, guys, fun episode to all the Backrow Boys viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I always say, continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe to our channel. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and Instagram, TikTok. Follow us in any platform you find us, or wherever you search, we're going to be there. Continue to share with your friends. Tell your family about us. And guys, thank you for being a loyal listeners. Just something that's coming in the future. We are having a giveaway pretty soon. Details are to be announced pretty soon, but stay on the lookout for that. We want to give back to you guys because you've given us so much and we feel the things that you give us. So as we always say, from the Backrow Boys themselves, always stay classy, always stay safe, and thank you for joining us in the back row. Peace.
Peace.